Packers Hate Week continues here on Chicago Bears Now. My name is Harrison Graham. Appreciate everybody for tuning in to our Thursday live show. Again, live on Mondays, live on Thursday, live on game days. We're a little late today, an hour late. Had a bunch of stuff come up in the office, but we're here. We're ready to talk ball, the latest on the Chicago Bears, practice reports, injury updates. We got it all here on today's show as Packers Hate Week continues. Shout out your city. Let us know where you guys are watching from so we can get some shout outs going in the comment section below. Appreciate everybody who was waiting for us. There's Don Burr. Producer Coop is sitting in today for Rowley, who's on other duty today. Don't worry, Rowley will be here on Sunday. But Coop did say one of the people he wants to see, here he is, Jeffrey Cooperstein.
I wanted to see Don Burr in the
Don
chat.
Burr. He specifically mentioned Don Burr
And Sangray
and Wasim Khan.
And Wasim.
Those three.
Wanted to see you guys in the chat. It's been a while since I've been on Bears, and I'm excited to be here. I can't fill the shoes of Rowley, but we'll see what I can do.
Listen, Coop's going to hold down the fort. There's no doubt about that. We got Jeff in Denver, Bob in Colorado Springs, a couple of Colorado folks, Larry in Bartlett, Illinois. IP Freely says Super Bowl champs, baby. Keith in Rockford, Illinois. Gabe in Livingston, California. Jason in Green River, Wyoming. F. Don Burr from Fly Shy. We got Chris in Apopka, Florida. Vernon in St. Louis. Another Josh in Clinton, Illinois. Immortal in Daytona Beach, Florida. Javante Rogers in Iowa. We got Sam in Bloomington. Bob in Colorado Springs. Robert in Chicago. Don Burr saying Desmond versus everybody. Who's Desmond?
I think he meant Detroit.
Do you mean Detroit?
He got autocorrected.
That's quite the autocorrect. By the way, you know what the dumbest autocorrect is? I think I've told you this. When I try to type in Cole Kmet or Dylan Cole, it autocorrects to Coke.
Yeah.
Cole is a name. It's not like that's not a common name.
I used to have that problem whenever I would be typing Cole for Cole Hamels. It would always
Coke
go to
Hamels.
Coke.
Why would I? No. Figure it out, Apple. Tucson from Chef. Oh, Wasim with the FGB. Wasim Khan in the chat. So, Coop, you only need Sangray Kim to make an appearance.
Sangray.
He's more hit and miss these days.
We'll see you, Sangray. I want to hear about busted.
Okay, who wins tonight? Football is back. DET for the Lions, F. Don Burr in the chat. Or KC for the Chiefs. I should have made that F. Don Burr as the option for Detroit. Or KC for the Chiefs. Who wins tonight? Jeff says the Chiefs. So does Sam. Kid Cool. Robert. Jesse.
Does Don Burr know Detroit's not playing?
Don Burr. Augustine says Chiefs. Keith. John. We got Chef saying KC. Oh, man. Here we go. So Sam Lakhtara, who just sent in a super chat, Coop. Every week he has a hypothetical that he runs by me and Rowley. So this week you get to participate.
Oh, okay.
You're not with Chat Sports. What is your dream job? You go first.
That's a great question.
How about a job in sports and one out of sports?
Okay.
Like
in
if you weren't
sports, I'm living over in Europe covering European soccer.
Okay. Coop's a big Premier League, Champions League.
Big soccer guy.
In what form? Just like
I get to travel around Europe.
Reporter / podcaster?
Yeah, exactly.
Report on games.
Outside of sports, I would be like some sort of history person. I don't know what I would do. I'd be like one of those people that's on History Channel that they always interview in documentaries. Yes. That would be what I'd do.
Okay, I like that. Let me see. If I'm not with Chat Sports, Coop and I both did radio before this. We actually worked together at the ESPN Dallas affiliate, but I think like a cowherd type gig where like you do a radio show, but it's also simulcast on TV.
Rowley's
I think something
here.
like that. That would be awesome. Outside of sports, I don't know what I would be if I didn't. That's the like. That's kind of the scary part of being in this industry because one day it's gonna end for all of us probably. Like very few people have a full career doing this. I don't know what I would do, so I'd maybe go back to school and get some kind of finance degree, and then go be an accountant or something like that. I wouldn't like that, but it's at least a paying job, so that's probably what I would do. Rowley, let's get the FGBs going. Let's go. Here he is. Here's Rowley. He's creeping across. Look at the man. He's clean-shaven.
Clean-shaven.
Clean-shaven
Rowley.
Rowley.
This is like the second time in 2 weeks he's clean-shaven.
That's not true. The last time was like 2 months ago.
Absolutely not.
It absolutely
Dude, it was like 2 weeks ago.
Wasim says Rowley. John Hood going FGB. Real quick, do you want to answer Sam Laktara's hypothetical? Because you want. Let's go back to it, Coop. Here we go. Let's get Rowley on the mic here.
Not what your chat sports. What is your dream job?
We did one in and out of sports. I didn't really give a dream job out of sports because I don't know what the hell I would do, honestly.
Can I be honest here? It's like I think they both said it. I've always wanted to work in sports, so that's kind of what my dream job was. If not sports, though, simple man. Give me a gym teacher position at the high school. I'll coach high school hoops.
That's sports.
It's fucking PE, dude.
It's sports.
That is not sports. That is physical education.
Which is what? You said coach hoops. What is hoops? That's a sport, Rowley.
That's coaching. That is not in the sports industry.
This is sports media. That's.
This is very,
I'm with Rowley on this.
Yeah, Coop doesn't know shit.
I wouldn't mind that either. Go be like a high school, be an offensive coordinator, and then like the head varsity baseball coach.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
How about that?
Varsity hoops, varsity baseball. I'll
Golf?
do it all.
You could be the golf coach.
I don't know if I'm the best golf teacher.
You'd rather just.
You're pretty
play.
good at golf.
I'm good at golf, but I don't know if I could teach it.
The real answer is we win the lottery and we just go play golf 6 days.
The real answer is if I win the lottery,
we're building a Chat Sports golf course. Chat Sports golf course.
That will be my full-time job. But before I head out of here, I did want to come over here. And I know you guys see me boo the producer that fills in for me a lot, Jack Lotteray, quite a bit. I just want to give it 2 claps for Coop here.
I appreciate you, Rowley.
Coop does a fantastic job. He fills in for me very, very well. And I can't wait for Sunday. FGB.
Hey,
FGB.
Rowley saw the new Hall of Fame item for this season.
It's lit.
Very cool.
So is Coop. He's seen it.
Very cool.
It's going to be lit. It's going to be lit. Get the Rowley chants going in the comments. There he goes. Shout out to Sam Laktara. Let's get to Harrison Graham's beard. This account kind of just comes and goes. Any news on Travis Kelce? Have him in fantasy. Apparently, he's pleading to play tonight, Coop.
Yeah, allegedly he's going to play. He wants to play.
He wants to play.
It depends on if the Chiefs will let him play.
The inactives will come out 90 minutes before kickoff, so
roughly
at 5:50
5:45
Central Time or so, 5:45, we'll know if he's playing. If not sooner, maybe we'll get a leak before then, but I think they're going to hold him out. It's a long season. You got 10 days until week 2.
You can beat the Lions without Travis Kelce.
Fuck Detroit.
Sorry, Don Burn.
Sorry, Donnie. All right, let's get the FGBs rolling in here. Get the FGBs. Monty says FGB. Trill says Rowley would be an MMA fighter. Listen, the guy, he's lost like 50 pounds. He's killing it. He's killing it. Larry says FGB. Another Josh. Sam Laktara. The Gabe all saying FGB. Don Burr trying to get me to say something else. Not going to happen, Donnie. Scythe Gaming, FGB, Jason, we got Donald, Nicholas, Dion, Antonio Brown. Is that CTE Antonio Brown?
Where's Chandler, Antonio?
Where's Chandler? No, Chandler, no. Heidi says FGB, KO says FGB. You guys know the drill. Get the FGBs going. All right, I just put a new poll up because while this is not finalized, we're thinking about adding Bears Now membership perks. Now, let me just say this before people freak out. Nothing is changing with our content. Everything you get now, you're still getting for free. You do not have to join a member or worry about, some of this is going to go behind a paywall. That is not the case. But here is what we're thinking about offering. Silver membership, $5.99 per month. You'd get early access to 1 or 2 videos per week. Everybody else would still get it just a little bit later. Weekly newsletter that would go on our Bears Now community tab, maybe some advanced analytical looks at the Bears matchup that week, or some news that dropped with the Bears, or some NFL tidbits that I'm interested in, betting picks of the week. Whatever the case may be, we'll drop 1 newsletter per week. Monthly Bears Now Zoom happy hours. I think this would be a lot of fun. Once a month, we'd pick a time. Maybe it's the last Thursday of the month or whatever the time may be. We will set up a time. we can all link up on Zoom and just chop it up. Bears, NFL, life. Couple hours, we'll chat. You guys can ask me whatever. I can ask you guys. We're just having a good time once a month. Membership badge in the chat. So you've probably seen this on other channels. Like, you'll stand out in the chat. Basically, like your name will be highlighted in a color depending on how long you've been a member. Custom emojis in the chat as well. We're thinking about creating like an FGB and a bear down emoji, so you could throw those in there that no one else could do. And then you'd also be recognized on the channel homepage. So if you see this on other membership channels, at the top it'll like rotate on a day-to-day basis which members are recognized. So you can have like your avatar up there. Okay, gold membership. You get everything in silver plus a weekly film study. Probably Justin Fields. The reason it goes up to $10.99 is those take a lot of work and they take a lot of time. I'd like to do them, but only if you guys are interested. So seeing a lot of people not interested early in the chat, and that's okay. If you're interested, type Y for yes. If you're not, type N for no. Thinking about launching this, bringing you guys even more content. View it that way. It would be bonus content here on Chicago Bears Now. If you want that, cool. If not, maybe we'll shelf it for later. But I want to do more on this channel, and to justify doing that, I've got other duties here at Chat Sports. It's not like I can do 100% Bears all the time. I already do the vast majority of my job Bears, but I would like to go above and beyond. If you guys are interested, let me know. We will continue to explore. All right, Keem78. Serious question. Wings on pizza for Sunday. By the way, suck it, Don Burr. Okay.
I'm always a pizza guy.
I'd rather have pizza. I don't know what we're doing this week, though, Coop, because we always have food in the office for game days.
It's either going to be quesadillas or chicken fingers.
I'm cool with either.
Yeah. It has to be one of those two, though.
If it's...
It can't be Papa John's.
I'll put it this way. Sometimes we get pizza. It's not from the best places.
It can't be Papa John's.
Yeah, that's not... I'm feeling wings or quesadillas. So that's kind of the move. That is kind of the move. All right. If you're on the Justin Fields hype train, type JF1 in the comments below. JF1 if you're on the Justin Fields hype train. Let us know. Show some love. Heidi says, sign me up, by the way. We'll gauge the audience again a little bit later on the membership stuff. Just some ideas we've been floating around. The Gabe says JF1. Jason says JF1. Jeff, Heidi, Joseph, Burke, Tim Griffin, Antonio Brown, Gustavo, Sam, Dion, R2, saying JF1, Browser, Charles, Nicholas, Jerome, Larry, Joseph, Lur. We got Frank, TJ, Daryl Upton, B. Newman, JF1 is GOAT, TJ, Frank, Lur, Dillons, Anthony. Sam Loctara says it's only $5 to $10 a month. Some people pay more for Tinder without benefiting from that. Sign me up. Listen, we'll talk about it again a little bit later. It's one of those things though, because think of it from our standpoint as, running a channel and deciding what's worth our time because we have 30 channels and 30 employees, etc. It can't be one of those things where we do it and only like a handful of people sign up. We would need at least 10 plus to commit early on, and then hopefully it grows from there, because if 2 people sign up, then it's probably not worth it from our standpoint, if that makes sense. So Mario says JF1, Chris says JF1, Joseph does as well. B. Newman says I would sign up for silver. I love that idea. Okay. We'll throw it out there either. We'll throw it out there too. Brian with the 20. Think about that. Brian just spent 20. That's 2 memberships almost. 2 gold memberships right there. And by the way, another thing that wasn't even listed, another idea I had is if you're a silver or gold membership, so go ahead and throw this on the screen, Coop, Brian, where that play button is, we'll have an overlay graphic for members, either part of the silver club or the gold club. So you'll have like your own little designation. You know how when we do the first time super chatter GIF here, you'll have silver and gold there too. So anytime you super chat, you'll have that distinction as well, in addition to the membership badge in the chat. Brian, come on people, spend 10 for a Starbucks. This is a deal. I think it would be a good deal, but it's up to you guys. If you guys don't want it, we won't do it. That's just kind of how it works. I'm a man of the people here at Chat Sports at Bears Now. Keem78, will Monty be the X factor tonight? I hope not. I want the Chiefs to win tonight. We'll see. We'll see what happens in this game. No Chris Jones. We'll see on Travis Kelce. So hopefully the Chiefs shorthanded are able to beat Detroit. Tito, it's my birthday Sunday. All I want is a Bears win from my present. FGB Fields is the truth. Same, man. It's not my birthday, but same. All I want is a dub.
Need it like we need oxygen.
Hey, yeah. And by the way, one of the segments today is why the Bears must win on Sunday, so stay tuned. Yeah, we need this win like we need water, like we need oxygen, like we need the energy to get out of bed in the morning. Like this must happen. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later on. Okay, if you're really ready for the show to really start, we've been kind of not screwing around, but just shooting the shit here for a minute. If you're ready for the show to start, like the video, hit the like button. We got to cross 100 likes. We got 250 people watching, so hit that like button, and we will get started as well. High quality H2O. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. R2Ro has liked it. Let's go. Subscribe since the beginning. You're a legend. Can't wait till Sunday. Bears 24, Green Bay 20 from Phillip. Chaz has liked the video. We're 20 likes away from 100. 20 likes away from 100. Watson a no-go at practice. Yep, we're going to get into the injury reports coming up in just a moment, so stay tuned for that. Corey and Heidi have liked it. 12 more likes. Let's get to 100. Chaz says subscribed since 2,000 subs. That's a long time, man. That would probably be about, I don't know, February of 2020 or so, somewhere. Larry says, hit the damn like button. Busy Womack, he's ready to go. Here we go, over 100 likes. Here's what's coming up. Today's Bears injury report has dropped. So has the Packers. We'll break that down. Plus, Richard Hightower had a couple of interesting comments about the kick return situation, so we'll dive into that. Live Q&A, if you have a question, hashtag Bears or Super Chat to get your questions on the show, hashtag Bears or Super Chat. And then number 3, why the Bears must win against the Packers in Week 1. I do think it's a must-win. Doesn't mean the season's over if you lose, but I'll explain why it's a must-win in my opinion. All of that and more coming up here on Chicago Bears Now. Let's get it. Coming up here in a little bit on Chicago Bears Now, Velus Jones Jr. Is he not guaranteed to be the Week 1 kick returner? And is there a scenario where he's inactive? We'll dive into that in just a moment. My name is Harrison Graham, but first, let's talk injuries as both the Bears and the Packers have released their Week 1 injury reports. Here is Chicago's. Nate Davis, personal. We're going to talk about that. Did not practice. Marcedes Lewis, he didn't practice, but rest Veteran Day, so no concerns for Sunday. Dylan Cole did not practice with a calf issue. I think he's probably going to be out this game, but he's a backup special teamer, not a huge loss if he's not out there. DeMarcus Walker, Eddie Jackson, Jaquan Brisker, calf, ankle, groin, all full participants. So my reaction, good, some bad, right? The good, your 3 key guys on that defense who were limited yesterday, they were full today. So they're trending toward playing, barring a setback, in recovery tonight or in tomorrow's walkthrough. They will play on Sunday, I would have to think. Now, here's the bad. Just more Nate Davis stuff where you're just like, I don't know what's going on. He did not practice. Now, he was out there. He did stretch, and you can see him right here. Credit Brad Biggs with the photo of he's talking to Matt Eberflus, but you're just like, why? Why is he not practicing? And if it's a personal issue, but he's still at the building, then what's the problem? Like, if he's there and he's healthy, shouldn't he practice? Because, and if you're asking, maybe it was a veteran rest day. It wasn't labeled as that. It was labeled as personal. And Marcedes Lewis was labeled as a rest day. So it's either a typo on the Bears' part or there's a personal issue going on, but he's still able to be at the building and he's still stretched and he fully practiced yesterday and they're not saying it's an injury. I don't know what to make of that. Like, it's been a bizarre month and a half, and someone tweeted at me, I don't think we should make this more than what it is. I'm not making it more than what it is, but you can't tell me it's not bizarre at this point. I mean, the guy's only had like 5 full practices in over a month. I mean, it's very, very strange, and we just don't know what's going on. That's the bizarre part. So look, if he suits up Sunday and plays well, I'm not really going to give a shit what happened on a Thursday practice, but it is bizarre. If you're concerned, I can't blame you. How concerned are you with Nate Davis at this point? Scale of 1 to 10, 1 being you're not concerned at all, 10 being you're very concerned. Man, I'm at least at a 6 or 7. Like, I'd be foolish not to be. We haven't even seen him play. Like, I don't know, man. It's been trending in a weird direction. I got no problem with people having personal days. We all have stuff come up, but he was at the facility. Like, what's the personal issue? It's an interesting one. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, Packers injury report. Christian Watson still did not practice with that hamstring injury. I would have to imagine that's trending toward him not playing. We should have an official game designation by tomorrow or Saturday. Romeo Doubs did return to practice. He was limited with his hamstring injury, so we'll keep tabs on that. He could be trending in the right direction. David Bakhtiari did not practice, rest, also listed with a knee there, but sounds like he's going to play based on what he and the Packers said today. I think they're just limiting his practice work. Dontavian Wicks, full participant today after not practicing yesterday. Rashawn Gary still limited. I think he'll play, but he'll have a limited pitch count. And then Anthony Johnson Jr., full participant. Christian Watson, definitely the one to watch. I think Doubs probably plays, but I think Watson's probably going to be out. I mean, hamstring, did not practice the last 2 days. That's not trending in a good direction. FGB. 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 Get your FGB shirts right now. They won't come in for this game, but we got another game, and you can it's the motto here. You can rock it all season long. Chatsports.com/FGB. Pick up a t-shirt right now. That link is in the comments and in the description. It is chatsports.com/FGB. You know the motto. You know the drill. Pick one up today. Okay, let's talk about this kick return situation. Velus Jones, could he be inactive week 1? I'll give my answer in a minute, but the reason I ask this is Richard Hightower, Bears special teams coordinator, did not commit to Velus Jones as the week 1 kick returner, even though he's listed as the starter on the depth chart. Here's what Hightower had to say. For me to say this guy is number 1, this guy is number 2, this guy is number 3, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that because that is what Green Bay is waiting on. Now, it's kick return. It's not like Arizona keeping quarterbacks silent. I don't think it should be like, the world's best secret or something like that. But he also followed up with this. Here's it kind of paraphrased from Zach Pearson. Said that Hightower wouldn't provide an answer on who would answer kicks. And this last point is the key one. He said they are still going through the 46 of 53 to be active. Because remember, on game day, 46 players are active. So they got to figure out, okay, who's active, who's inactive, et cetera. And I think wide receiver is a position that they've got to figure out who is going to be inactive. So let's kind of dive into that part of it. So at receiver, these 4 guys, in my opinion, are locks to be active. For sure, the top 3 barring an injury. DJ Moore, Darnell Mooney, Chase Claypool as well. Trent Taylor, I think, is a lock to be active because he's your punt returner. Like, who's going to return punts if he's not active? Ryan Poles told us he's the starting punt returner, so he's going to be active. So then it comes down to the other 3. You've got 7 receivers. Which 1 or 2 of these guys is inactive? You got Velus Jones Jr., who's listed as your starting kick returner, Tyler Scott, the rookie speedster out of Cincinnati, and then Equanimous St. Brown. If only 1 is inactive, I would make St. Brown inactive. If 2 are inactive, then you got to choose between Velus and Tyler Scott, and it's one of those deals where it's like, Velus is this team's best kick returner, but what if Luke Getsy thinks Tyler Scott offers more on offense? I'm not saying that's true or not, but if he comes to that conclusion, maybe the Bears sacrifice Velus being a slightly better kick returner and Tyler Scott returns kicks and he's active. Those are the type of conversations that they got to work through in the building. Now, I still think Velus is active. He's year 2 in this offense. He's an excellent kick returner. Tyler Scott's a rookie. You don't have to force the issue there, but if only 5 guys are active, you're making a choice between Velus Jones and Tyler Scott. I think that's pretty obvious, so that will be a very, very interesting decision that has to be made by this coaching staff. What say you? Will Velus Jones be active on Sunday? Type A for active or type I for inactive? Maybe you're in the camp of, no, I don't think he will be active. I'm leaning active, but after Richard Hightower's comments today, I can't sit here and say with 100% certainty how I feel. So A for active, I for inactive. I'll lean active, but not saying it with full certainty. little bit of news that dropped earlier today. The Bears have signed offensive lineman Matt Farniok to the practice squad. Maybe you've heard of him, maybe you haven't. He did play in the Big Ten at Nebraska, as you look at his background here. 7th-round pick in 2021 for the Cowboys. Played in 19 games over the last couple of years in Dallas. Started 2 last year, so he's played a little bit. And kind of like most of the Bears' interior offensive linemen, most of them, he could play all 3 spots, both guard positions and center, so there's certainly some value there. Obviously, you look at the Bears' offensive line depth chart, he has that in common with Lucas Patrick, Cody Whitehair, and Dan Feeney, who could all play guard and center. So the Bears definitely have a type there. They like guys who can play multiple spots on that offensive line, especially in the interior. So he offers that. I think certainly worth stashing on the practice squad, right? Just to, try to further develop him. He was a draft pick. He has played a little bit. So talked to Cowboys Report host Tom Down. He said, hey, what's the deal with Farniok? And he said, yeah, played a little. He was decent, but just a numbers game. Got squeezed out, didn't make the roster. So, again, for the practice squad, I think there's certainly some value. Ideally, he never plays, but if he has to, he's at least played a little bit before. Be honest, have you heard of Matt Farniok before today? Type Y for yes or type in for no. I had heard of him, but I couldn't remember where. Then I was like, oh, okay, Cowboys. I remember them drafting him a couple of years ago. So that's where I'd heard him. What say you? Let me know in the comments. FGB. 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 You guys know the drill. Packers Hate Week. Bears, Packers, Sunday. Don't miss it. We're going to be live an hour and 10 minutes before kickoff at 2:15 Central Time. All right. A lot of no's coming in on Farniok. Philip says no. Landon says no. Yeah, we did. We did. Let's see. Lur says no. Josue says no. Understandable. 7th-round pick a couple years ago. Nothing crazy. Marty K Super Chat did not pull. Okay, let me read it for you, Marty. Apologies. I'll tell you what, Marty, if you throw that same comment in the chat, we'll just get it up on screen. You don't have to Super Chat. I'll just read it for now, but if you just put it up there normally, we'll try to throw it up there. Maybe throw a hashtag Bears on it so Coop can find it. He says, that is why I brought up Eberflus always being secretive. It's an issue, has nothing to do with tipping other teams off. Tell us the truth. That's definitely in response to Nate Davis. And yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's just like, I'm not saying it. Look, if he's got a personal family problem going on, that's cool. But if he's at the building, I'm like, what's not adding up here? It seems like it's just a little bit off. So it just feels off. Don't know how to explain it, but again, if he's there Sunday and he's playing well, I'm cool. But if not, or if he's randomly a late scratch, that's going to be an issue. You paid this guy $30 million, so it is what it is. Wasim says, kind of bummed I won't be listening this week, and I have to go to an all-you-can-drink eat and drink party at Buffalo Wild Wings. So, Wasim, it's all good. Here's what I will say, Wasim, little trick here. If you got AirPods, just throw on the game in your ear, phone in the pocket, with the YouTube app open. We'll have you covered. But appreciate the forwardness. Things come up. It's all good. We know you guys have stuff going on in your normal lives. Appreciate the $5. Okay, mailbag time. Hashtag Bears or Super Chat to get your questions answered on the show. It's hashtag Bears or Super Chat. Someone says, is Peterman starting? No. He's listed as the backup. Matty Eberflus did not commit to him being the backup, but he did say they're leaning that way. Hashtag Bears Super Chat. Ask about the game. If there's free agents you still want, trade ideas, whatever it is, we'll answer your questions. Hashtag Bears or Super Chat. Get your questions on the show. Sam Rojas, that's an interesting idea. Maybe. That's one that could make sense. It's hard to know for sure. I just wish, in this case, even if you can't divulge the information, why not shut this down for the fans? Why not have your GM come out and say, hey, Nate Davis has a family issue going on when he's not practicing. That's why
There'd be no more questions.
We can't tell you anymore. We're cool with it, though. If they came out and said, hey, we're comfortable like it'd be over. But they won't do that. They just won't do that. So I don't.
Hello, Mr. James Yoder,
I don't
CEO
get what
of Chat
the problem
Sports.
is. Yeah, Boss Man Yode's walking through. I reminded him again this morning that the tattoo. He just said wheels are in motion to get the Bears tattoo.
You're getting a tat?
We're working on. Oh, he still owes us from
You're
free
getting
agency.
a tat?
Bears
Yeah,
right here,
yeah.
6,000 supers.
Yeah,
That's wild.
Coop didn't even know.
Are we bringing in Buddy from last week?
No, Sayer's unavailable, I think.
Brutal.
Hashtag Bears or Super Chat. All right, some new folks joining the show. This is not official yet, but we've been thinking about putting some things in motion about a membership opportunity here at Bears Now. Let me just first say this because I think people freak out. Oh my God, I have to pay now. You don't have to pay for anything. Our content is staying exactly the same. But there's perks if we end up launching this, which I think we will, to becoming a member. Let's run through each column here. Silver member, $5.99 a month. You would get early access to content. An example of that, so game day. We have our watch party. We have our normal post-game show that goes out. Our second post-game reaction video that goes Monday morning, for example, we would also put that out Sunday night for members. If you want to wait until the morning, cool. It's still going to go out. The content's going to be the same. But if you want early access to it, that would be a perk. Weekly newsletter. So on the YouTube community tab, I will at least once per week put some nuggets in there about the upcoming game. Maybe my bets of the week. Maybe I'll throw some college football bets in there. Other NFL and Bears tidbits, trends for the Bears. Just whatever I want to talk about. I will have that go out once a week on the community tab under members only. Monthly Bears Now Zoom happy hours. I think this is the one that excites me the most. We'll meet once a month on Zoom. Crack a beer, talk ball, hour, 2 hours, whatever it is. You guys can ask questions. We can chop it up back and forth. I want to get to know you guys better, so I think that would be a lot of fun. You guys can get to know me better. Membership badge in the chat. If you've ever seen other live streams and you're like, why does this guy have this next to him, or why is his name highlighted? Well, it's because they're members of that channel, so you can really stand out, and it changes depending on how long you have been a member. Custom emojis in the chat. Couple ideas we have to come up with custom emojis. An FGB emoji, a bear down emoji. We'll cook those up, and only members would have access to putting those in the chat. And then you'd also be recognized on our channel homepage, which basically what it does is at the very top, if you're on our channel homepage, whoever members are, YouTube will kind of rotate who they're recognizing for that day. And it's kind of just to show you guys some love, like, hey, these guys are supporting the show and they're helping us continue to plug out content. Okay, the gold column. You get everything in silver plus a weekly film study. I'll probably do mostly Justin Fields, but if there's something else that stands out, I can mix it up for a different player, or maybe it's just a Luke Getsy film study where it's the offense as a whole, or Alan Williams defense as a whole. The reason that jumps up to $10.99 is film studies take time. They do. It's a lengthy process. It's not like it takes 5-10 minutes. It takes a lot of my time. So to justify that, we have to charge a little bit more for that. But you still get all the silver perks. And by the way, over time we'd maybe add more to this. But this would be a starting point. If you're interested, let us know. Type Y for yes. Type N for no. Real quick, yes or no in the chat. Yes or no. We got some votes on the poll. 54% say they'd rather do silver. 46% say gold. So we'd have both available. You could pick which one you want to do. Wasim says yes. Davey says yes. Leroy says yes. Brian, Speed Talk, Scythe. Reese says no. And by the way, I don't want anyone to feel bad if they say no. I understand people can't pay extra, or just don't want to. That is perfectly fine. That's why we just want to gauge interest today. And if there's more no's than yeses, we probably won't do it. But I'm seeing more yeses than no, so maybe we put this in motion and have more details to come. So stay tuned. I think it'd be fun. I'd love to do some film studies, but again, they require more time and effort on my part. So it's one of those things that I would have to take more time out of my week than I already do to make this channel hum. And just one more time, and Coop, you can put me on screen with the super chat while I say this. Nothing is changing. Monday live show, staying the same. Thursday live show, staying the same. Watch parties, staying the same. Videos that go out during the week, all staying the same. This is all extra stuff or early access to some of the stuff we already do. That's it. Just want to give you guys an opportunity to help further support the show if you want. If you don't want to, hey, just keep showing up, like the video, comment. Yeah, that's awesome. We appreciate it. Came with the 5. People are still sleeping on the Bears' ceiling. Honestly think they're going to drop a 40-burger on the Pack, including a defensive touchdown. Get the FGBs going in the comment section. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. Oh, wow. Someone says, I don't want to pay for shit, not even dinner tonight. Can't blame you. I also don't want to pay for dinner tonight. But I probably will. Probably will. Even if I eat at home, I paid for it at the grocery store. Heidi saying FGB, busy, Ken and Core. Appreciate the super chat. We'll take more questions now. Hashtag Bears, super chat. Get your questions on the show, and we will answer as many as we possibly can. I'm Harrison Graham. You're watching Chicago Bears Now. Game day's almost here. FGB. FGB. Subscribe and join us for our watch party on Sunday, Bears versus Packers. We'll be live at 2:15 Central Time. Let's dive into this mailbag. It is Brandon Shepard. Are we going to hear FGB chants in the stadium this weekend? If we do, I'm taking credit. I don't know. I know that people say FTP as well, F the Packers, but I'm FGB. I'm not changing. That's my motto. Maybe. That'd be cool. That'd be dope. If some of you guys want to go and start that, I'm definitely not going to stop you there. Immortal, what is the higher number Sunday Khalil Herbert drops or Tyreek Stevenson personal fouls? I don't know what would be a better higher number. Probably Herbert drops and he just drops 1 and Stevenson has no personal fouls. I guess out of those options, that's the best one. But hopefully neither, which means both had 0. That would be the preferred outcome, Immortal. Philip Palmasano, I am concerned with the current status of the O-line. If anyone else goes down, I'd say we're in trouble. Yeah, look, I think if no one else gets hurt, you're in a decent spot. If Cody Whitehair can play a little better than last year at left guard, I think that's still solid. If Lucas Patrick can stay healthy at center and just be better than Sam Mustipher, that's an upgrade. Nate Davis, I know we have questions there, but if he's out there, he should be solid. Darnell Wright, Braxton Jones, they're obviously young tackles, but I thought Braxton played well last year, and Wright's obviously very talented. You got Borum, Feeney, and Carter as your backups. But yeah, I agree. If one more guy goes down, you're down to 7 options. So we'll see how things play out. But as you currently sit, I think you're okay, but one more injury, and there'd be a little bit of nervousness there. Jimothy Jim Jam, how many games into the season will it take to show if Fields and the Bears have taken that step forward? It's hard to put a number on it. I mean, obviously, you hope he does it week 1, right? I think, 6 games is probably a good measurement. Like, if you're 6 games in and it's still choppy and inconsistent in the pass game, that'd be a little bit of a concern. But, if we go out there Sunday and Fields doesn't light it up through the air, I'm not going to declare the season over by any means. But, I think we have to give it some time. But I don't think it's one of those where it's like you have to give it all 17 games, if 14 games suck and 3 are good, you're feeling good. No, it's got to be better than that. If you want to beat the Packers, which I know you do, type FGB. Packers Hate Week continues. Week 1 is here, and we all want to take down those frauds in Green Bay. So type FGB. Got to get a win at Soldier Field. Jeff Cowell, who has more rushing yards on Sunday, Herbert or Johnson? Fields. I think Herbert out of those two. I think Roshan's role will increase as the year goes on, but would anybody be surprised if Fields led the team in rushing this week? I wouldn't be. Santi Molina, why is everyone underrating the Bears? Have they not seen the improvements we've made? I think what it is, Santi, is that the Bears roster was so bad last year that, I think some people are like, okay, yeah, they're improved, but is it enough to, go compete for the division? I think it could be. Now, if you're asking me to be completely honest, would I say this is the most talented roster in the division? No, I probably wouldn't say that. I think Detroit and probably Minnesota have more raw talent, but I also think Justin Fields has the highest ceiling of any quarterback in this division, and if he elevates, that can close those gaps. You can win more games than more talented teams if you have the better quarterback, and I think there's a scenario where that's the case this year. Leon Lucas, what do you think will be the bigger need moving forward, edge or center? I think you got to say edge just because it's so much more of an important position, but center's definitely up there too. You need to address center at some point. You have not had a sturdy center in a while. I mean, I don't even know if you could argue like early Cody Whitehair, James Daniels when they kept flipping those guys, if that was steady. I mean, Olin Kreutz, like it's been a long time since you've week in, week out been like, yep, I'm feeling great about the center position right now. Join the fam here at Bears Now. We're going to be here all season long, so subscribe, hit that sub button, turn on the notifications, and you're not going to want to miss out because we are the home for daily content here on Chicago Bears Now, usually multiple videos per day, and we'll be live for every single game, including Bears-Packers on Sunday. Larry, do we need to sign a swing tackle? I think they're comfortable with Larry Borom for now. I wondered if they would address that spot, but I think Borom played well enough in the preseason and in training camp where they're comfortable with him at this point in time. Now, if one of the starting tackles gets injured and Borom struggles heavily, then yes, they would probably have to go address that, but I think for now they're content. Tim Griffin, more touchdowns. This defense, the defense or more in week one? I mean, probably more. DJ Moore hasn't been a huge touchdown guy in his career, but for one game, if you're asking me if he or the defense is more likely to score a touchdown, I would probably say more. I will say this, though, Tim. I think the Bears are going to be one of the highest takeaway teams in the NFL. I think they were 9th in the league last year, and the defense sucked. I think the defense could actually be decent this year, and that should lead to even more takeaways. Wasim. He sends in a 5. I'd keep Velus inactive. He's only a kick returner now. There are a couple people saying the Bears will win the North. I hope they're right. Kyle Brandt picked them to win the division. I think it's possible. The division's wide open. Hopefully Detroit and Minnesota get off the slow starts. Hopefully the Bears can take down the Packers, then off to the races. That would be fantastic. As far as Velus goes, we'll see. I'm guessing he'll be active, but I would not be completely surprised if he was inactive on Sunday. Shout out to Sean Thompson with the $20 super chat. Is it just me or does anyone else wish Aaron Rodgers was still with the Packers? I don't just want to beat the Packers. I really want to beat Aaron Rodgers and the Packers regularly. FGB, bear down. Well, regardless, Sean, and obviously you know this, it's a moot point because he's not. I hear what you're saying, though. Like, it would be even more glorious if he was there and we kicked his ass, but he's not. Maybe the Bears start owning the Packers this year, and maybe they get to play the Jets before he retires. That would be awesome, to beat him in a Jets uniform. We'll see. The only chance it happens this year is if it's in the Super Bowl. And a Bears-Jets Super Bowl, what would be the odds of that? Plus 70,000 for them to both make the Super Bowl? I mean, to pick any two specific teams to make it would be at least plus 8,000, I would guess. So, BetUS, if you want to go bet on it, that is our sportsbook partner here at Chicago Bears Now. Create an account today, chatsports.com/Bears. Use that promo code BEARDOWN to get a 125% deposit bonus. You put down $100, they'll give you $125 for free. I still have plenty of money left over from last season, and you will too. Go bet on the Bears. They're only 1-point favorites right now. Over-under is 42 points. That is a steal at home to only be a 1-point favorite against Jordan Love. Like, to me, that's great value. Even if the Bears lose, which FJP, that's not going to happen, hopefully at least, you still feel good about that bet if you place it. So chatsports.com/Bears, promo code is BEARDOWN. Larry, we already answered this. Do we need a swing tackle? I think Larry Borum's fine for now. Albert Rasner, 24-14, Bears all day. If you want to get your score predictions in, you can do so right now in the live chat. Use hashtag Bears or Super Chat to get your questions in. In the meantime, perfect timing. Producer Coop says predict the score. Bears, Packers. I said 24-23, kind of right on that 1-point favorite number from BetUS. That would also be playing the over. I think it'll be a good game. I think the Bears will come out on top. Get your score predictions in. Chris Ashford, Gold Package Barbecue, 1 day out the year. Members can fly into Texas and chop it up. Yeah, listen, if y'all want to fly down here, I'm not I would, look, y'all can do that anyway. But yeah, I mean, shoot. If y'all want to, that's one of those things, Chris. If we get enough people signed up, then yeah, maybe we can set up a time where we can make that happen. That'd be sick, man. But we're open to any ideas. What Chris is referring to is we're thinking about launching membership opportunities here at Bears Now. Normal content staying the same. None of that's going away. This would be bonus stuff. And yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be awesome. Mr. Bears, LOL. He says 11-6. Whew. I said 9-8, 11-6. I like it. The Sky Warrior, how would you feel about Bengals, Bears, Super Bowl, Burrow versus Fields? I'd be thrilled because the Bears are in the Super Bowl. I don't care who they're playing, but that'd be pretty dope, man. Two exciting young quarterbacks, two young teams. Cincinnati obviously has been knocking on that door. They made the Super Bowl 2 years ago, AFC Championship game again last year. And the Bears, they're just trying to join the party. I mean, if they make their appearance at the party like the Bengals did by making a Super Bowl, that would be fantastic. Like, if you could tell me right now that if I could sign up for the Bears making a Super Bowl, but they're going to lose, I would still take it. Like, are you kidding? Like, they were 3-14 last year. So that would be awesome, Sky Warrior. Long way to go for that, but hey, weirder things have happened. You never know. Bears, Packers, live Sunday, 2:15 Central Time, 3:25 kickoff times. Well, what does that mean? Hour and 10-minute pregame show here on the channel, getting you guys ready for kickoff. Do not miss out. We're going to have some fun. It's going to be an absolute blast. Okay, predict the score for us. Bears, Packers.
Quick update. Travis Kelce, out.
He's out?
Not playing.
Okay.
Not playing tonight.
I kind of figured that. Got to change my fantasy lineup officially.
You drafted him in which
not in our league the other
in the
night.
Chicago Bears Now fantasy draft.
Did I get him in? Let me see. Did I get him in our Bears Now league? Let's see. Shit, I sure did.
You did?
Yeah.
Harrison Graham.
Oh my God!
To change his lineup.
I don't even have another tight end. I got to go pick someone up.
You got to go waiver wire.
Waiver wire. Oh, okay.
Who do we got?
Let's talk waiver wire options.
Who do we got?
Okay? I might just go Noah Gray.
Yeah.
Just for this week?
Make sure no one picks him up that's listening.
Oh, shit.
You better go do it.
Oh, no.
Noah.
I'm adding him.
No Chandler.
Dude, this is bullshit. It won't let me put Kelce on IR yet.
Who are we dropping?
I mean, do I just drop Kenneth Gainwell? Yeah, we'll see it, Kenny.
Bye, Kenny.
All right, there we go. Yep, Noah Gray, putting him in the lineup.
Welcome to the squad.
Putting him in the lineup. All right, predict the score. What's y'all's score prediction for this weekend?
Chris Ashford says, thank God Kelce is out. I'm playing you this week.
Ah, you lucky son of a gun. Yeah, they haven't updated Gray's projection. It still says 3.4, but I'm now only projected to score 122 points.
Wyatt is asking who I am. I'm Jeffrey. I'm a producer here at Chat Sports.
A.K.A. Coop.
A.K.A. Coop. I've been on here from time to time. It's probably been a while since I've been here. Maybe since the draft.
Yeah, 2021 draft? Is that when?
This draft, I think.
Oh, I thought you meant when you started at Chat Sports.
No.
Yeah, he's been around, Wyatt.
Been around.
He hangs out. He produces some of our, non-live shows on the channel. So, Coop's he's lurking. He does a lot of our NBA content.
Indeed.
He produces a lot of that content. All right. Quick mention again of the membership stuff. I know I've mentioned it a couple times, but a few new folks in the chat. I won't kind of go as long this time, but thinking about launching two membership tiers. Again, the current content is staying the same. If you're interested in joining one of our membership tiers, put yes in the comments, put no if you're not. But early access to certain content, like an extra bonus post-game show that would go out normally Monday morning. It could go out Sunday night, for example. Weekly newsletter, leading up to a game, like on a Friday is probably when I would do it, right? Like tidbits about the matchup, advanced analytics studies. Maybe I've got betting picks for the NFL that week. Whatever I feel about writing about, I would do at least one weekly newsletter there. Monthly Bears Now Zoom happy hour, so maybe the last Thursday of each month, something like that. Crack open a beer, chop it up with you guys for an hour, 2 hours, whatever the case may be, an opportunity to get to know each other better. You would stand out in the chat with a membership badge. If you've ever joined live shows that have memberships and you're like, why is his name highlighted? Why does he have this thing next to him? Well, that's what that is. Custom emojis in the chat. We can actually make some too. We haven't dabbled just yet, but the idea is to have an FGB and a bear down custom emoji available at your disposal. And then you'd also be recognized on our channel homepage at any given moment. There'd be like a membership section at the top that says, Bears Now members or whatever, and it kind of just is a thank you to those who support the channel. And then gold is olive silver plus weekly Bears film studies. We'd maybe add a second thing to gold as well, but the reason it jumps from $5.99 to $10.99, to be completely honest, film studies take a long time to like put together. Like, you're talking multiple hours of preparation to get that going. So it's not like some of our other content, which doesn't take as much time. It would take probably half a day to do. So just keep that in mind. Okay, Sam Lakhtara. If you guys are interested, let us know. Yes or no. No pressure. No big deal. Yeah, but who's taking the W on a beer bong? You or Team Rowley? I'll tell you what. We're at $89. If we get to 100, okay, $100, I'll knock down a beer bong. I don't know where Rowley is. I don't know if he's available, but if we cross 100, if someone sends in a 20 right now, I'll do a beer bong. We'll make it happen. $20 super chat. We're doing a beer bong here on the show, and I'm sure the beer bongs will be flowing on Sunday.
You want to take the bong? I'll take the Merbonga.
Okay. Well, I'm a Merbonga guy too, but we could double Merbonga. We got two of them. Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Coop he'll join me. We'll Merbonga race. Oh! Wasim with the 20 as well.
Is he calling me imposter?
Do you want to? Here, we just got two. Coop's gonna go get the two. A couple.
I'll go get them.
You want to see if you can fetch Rowley since we got two people?
Is he calling me imposter Rowley?
I guess.
What's going on here?
I guess Sam Lakhtara,
up.
imposter Rowley. Oh, Brian. We will. Okay, since three can't, we'll get a third guy in here, whether it's Rowley or someone else.
I'll go see what's going on with Rowley.
So, let's do just Happy Dads. I'll send you the one I want.
In the meantime, predict the score. Chicago Bears, Green Bay Packers, Week 1. I'll be right back.
I just messaged you my flavor. Yeah, predict the score. Coop will be back. Okay. Get those score predictions in. Larry says 31-24. Busy says 17-10 Bears. Allen 35-3 Bears. Albert says Bears 24-14. Top Shotta says 31-28 Bears. Oak City says 27-13 Bears, I assume. Jerome 27-9 Bears. 45-3 Bears from Ron Winarski. Sam Lakhtara says 27-20. Brian says 31-17 Bears. Jeff Cowell says 24-20 Monsters. Wasim says 31-21 Bears. Redman says 27-24. Donald 28-24. Andrew says 105-2. That'd be fun. 45-14 Bears 28. Packers 19. Timothy 24-10. Patrick 27-10. Okay, let me do this too, just to kind of gauge a.
Bulldog says he's coming in. Give him a minute.
Rowley's going to come in here, by the way, so it'll be a 3-man race. Me, Coop, and Rowley. I want to gauge more people on who's interested in the membership stuff. So give me a second here. If you're one of those that are interested in one of the members, we've talked about it throughout the show. I just put my Twitter and Instagram in the chat. DM me and be like, hey, I'm interested in the gold or silver or gold tier, and if you need reminders of what's in each tier, I'll message you back. I just want to get kind of more of a head count of people who would actually be interested in joining, because if we get X amount, then we'll definitely launch it. But again, if it's like 1 or 2 people, then we'll probably hold off, right? But if enough of you guys are interested in the bonus perks of joining, let me know. So DM me at HGramNFL on Twitter and Instagram. Hit me up. Link in the chat. Say, hey, it's Tito from Bears Now. I'm interested in a silver tier, or whatever the case may be. Okay. Coop's got mine. Rowley's filling his up out there. Coop's got to fill up his as well. So hit me up. Not on X or IG. Okay, if you're not on it, Patrick, then let me know in the chat. Someone says that link on... Oh, shit, that link is broken. What did I do here?
What are you giving away here, Harry?
So we're gauging interest of the membership stuff. Rowley doesn't even know. We're thinking about doing membership perks on Bears Now.
Oh, see, I mean, listen.
Rowley's been off the grid today.
No. I've been on Bears here for quite a while. And
So
it's
here.
the first I've ever heard of it.
I'll flash...
I've never kept in the loop on these things.
I probably could have communicated this better. This is kind of what we're thinking. Let's see. I'm showing Rowley on my computer real quick.
Where would you do these things?
So this would just go, you can do community tab on the weekly newsletter and set it to members only, so I would just do it in that.
Okay.
This would be like an example of like the Monday morning game after video. It would also go out Sunday night early for members. That would be an example of early access to content. Monthly Zoom happy hours, just pick like one day a month where you just chop it up. Maybe Rowley hops in with us.
Okay.
Rowley will hop in. Membership badge in the chat. You've probably seen this on like McAfee show, like guys are highlighted and stuff. So you could stand out in the chat. You could also create custom emojis that members can put in the chat. My thought would be an FGB emoji and a bear down emoji. And then there's this thing where you can recognize members on your channel homepage as well. And then gold tier would be all of that plus film studies that would go on the community tab. We'll explain to you how that would work. You would get to see it. That's all I will say right now. I got to talk that through with Rowley later. But film studies, plus you get all the silver perks. So that's the thought. We're just gauging interest if people are interested. Patrick says silver. Albert says silver. Ron says gold. OMG, Rowley shaved.
Look at Sam's super.
Sam Lakhtar.
Yeah, show him what Rowley said.
Oh, yeah. Hang on. You versus imposter Rowley. Oh, goodness.
Sam is my guy.
Sam is...
Shout out Sam.
He put
I love
hashtag Team Rowley.
I love Sam.
All right, here we go. So here's the deal. H for Harrison, C for Coop, R for Rowley.
Thank you, Patrick, 1963.
On go. And by the way, in the chat, let us know gold or silver. DM me as well.
Dude, he got shadow banned.
Yeah.
Who did?
That's some
The
more
receiver.
stuff. Look up the story about Tez Walker.
Oh, no. We were talking about it out there. He's getting screwed.
This is disgusting behavior from
The NCAA should be sent to the sun. 3,
Here we go.
2, 1, go.
I wanted that one. I really did.
Koopy Flamingos.
This guy's sipping on it.
Longer range. Longer range.
No, this guy's sipping on it.
That's BS.
He's
Guy's sipping it like it's an old fashioned over there.
Dude thinks we're drinking a freaking margarita over here. Get chugging, you little weasel.
Get chugging, you little rat. Here, can you send these apparatuses to the kitchen? Get the Rowley chance in the chat. Yeah, it's a tough one, you know. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Little spillage from Rowley. Nah, I'm just kidding. Shout out to Rowley. He takes home the dub. I'm sure we'll have some more races during the game. I'll tell you what. We're just under $50 away from 200. I'll do another one if we get there. Can't make Rowley or Coop do another one, but if we cross 200, if we get a 50 or just 50 total, I'll do another one before we sign off. We have one more segment to go, so shout out to Patrick, Wasim. Robert says gold. Jack, Chris, Wasim, Devin saying gold. And please DM me if you can. I know some of you guys aren't on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, Instagram. But if you are, please DM me. And I would like to get a rough head count of people who are interested. And I know not everybody's watching today. People who aren't watching might be interested. But if I could get a baseline number to discuss with my bosses, be like, hey, we already got 15 people interested, whatever, then we're good to go. What are you looking for? Oh, it's over here. Lefty layup like Dirk in the 2011 finals. There we go. There we go. Robert sent a super chat. Yeah, we got you, Robert. Sorry, we were finishing that race. We'll get you on screen here. Then we'll go to our next segment. Scythe says gold. Carl says gold. Enough golds in there, Coop. We might be launching this. I want to do film studies anyway. That'd be awesome. Robert says, hey, Harrison, bear down. FGB, F Jordan Love, hyped. Let's effing go. We're ready to rock, baby. I'll tell you what. The Chat Sports office, if the Bears beat the Packers, might burn to the ground this week. 3:25, the afternoon primetime slot. I'm ready. What time is your game, by the way?
I'm at noon.
You're with the Steelers boys?
Steelers and Niners.
Oh, man. That's going to be fun.
Big game.
We have a big Niners and a pretty fast-growing Steelers channel. They play each other this week. That is going to get rowdy in the Chat Sports office. That is going to be fun. Okay, Tito Harrison, I'll trade you the Jets tight end for a wide receiver. Who's the Jets tight end? I don't even know.
Which Jets tight end?
Is it CJ Uzoma? Or is he their backup? Yikes.
A quick Google search tells me.
I don't even know who their starter is.
I seriously don't even
off
know.
the top of my head. Let me see.
Ty Conklin.
Yeah, I think it is Conklin. Let me double check
and
here.
They have Jeremy Ruckert, too, from Ohio State.
Conklin's their starter. Uzoma's their backup. Rucker's their number 3. Yeah, that's not selling
appetizing.
me. It's not selling me, Tito.
Sorry, Tito.
Tito's a real one though. He's in my league. Rowley's league has a bunch of people too, so it's all fun. All
right, we ready to
Wasim says that's 1:25 my time. What do you mean by that, Wasim? Oh, the time zone. Yeah. Yeah, I think West Coast during football season would be fun. You've got games at 9 a.m. during the college slate. Is that too early?
That's too early.
What about Mountain Zone? 10? That's a good – because you're rolling out of bed 9:30. You got kickoff.
I'm a soccer guy, so I like my soccer before the football starts.
I hear you.
We're in the perfect time zone.
I hear you. Central Time's nice too. You have yes, it'll be all 22 film. It will be all 22 film. But NFL, just full disclosure, NFL claims that, so we can't put ads in it. So we can't monetize off those. That's why it would be behind the gold tier paywall there. Because, and by the way, any content, like the film studies would not have ads in them. So if that's another perk, take that for what it's worth as well. Okay, all right. We got one more segment, and again, we're less than $50 away from me doing another beer bong. If you guys want to rally and do that, if not, save up for Sunday. I get that as well. It's gonna be you guys. The Hall of Fame Club item this year. It's gonna be pretty sweet.
It's electric. I won't lie.
It's gonna be pretty sweet. All right, let's jump into our final segment here. Why the Bears have to beat the fucking Packers this week. If you want the Bears to beat the Packers in Week 1 on Sunday at Soldier Field, like this video. Smash that like button. Don't jinx it. If I come back on Monday's live show and, I look back and I'm like, oh, we only got 200 likes, I'm blaming you. Don't be the person that lets down the Bears. All you got to do, hit that like button if you want to win on Sunday. I'm Harrison Graham. Bears, Packers, Week 1 at Soldier Field as football is finally back. Bears a 1-point favorite. Total over-under is 42 points. And listen, it doesn't get much better than this, right? This rivalry, 4:25 Eastern, 3:25 Central Time. On today's show, why the Bears must beat the Packers in Week 1. Let's get to my number one reason. And I truly believe this. Chicago has the better quarterback in this rivalry for the first time since... before Brett Favre? Seriously, they've got the better quarterback. Justin Fields, regardless of what you think about him, whatever you feel, is the better quarterback at this exact moment right now. Obviously, he's got flaws. Obviously, we're looking to see a jump in the passing game. But just as a pure playmaker and the fact that he's played a good amount through 2 seasons, he's definitely far more proven as a player in this league than Jordan Love. You look at Jordan Love in his career. He's gotten in 10 football games. He started 1. 60%, 600 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 picks, QB rating of under 80. I'm not going to make a ton of the numbers. The point is, though, he hasn't even played. So you cannot be honest with yourselves and sit here and say right now that Jordan Love is better. Doesn't mean he couldn't be better than Fields at some point. I don't believe he will be, but doesn't mean he couldn't be if I'm being completely fair. But right now, Fields is more experienced. He's the best running quarterback in the league, and now he's got adequate weapons, which should help the passing game. We have not seen Jordan Love play hardly at all. You've got the better quarterback. You haven't been able to say that in 30 years of this rivalry. It's time. You got the better QB. You got a really good chance of winning in the NFL. Now, who do you guys think is going to be the better quarterback long term? Type JF for Justin Fields, type JL for Jordan Love. I still think it's going to be Fields because his floor is so much higher with what he can already do as a runner. But maybe you disagree. Maybe there's some Packers fans infiltrating the chat. JF for Fields or JL for Jordan Love. Number 2, the Bears have better skill players. When's the last time you've been able to say that? Don't believe me? I think it's pretty obvious. We'll just go through the Bears' position groups on offense and break that down. Number 1, wide receiver. You've got the better receivers. DJ Moore is better than anybody the Packers have. You could argue Darnell Mooney is more proven to this point than anyone Green Bay has. Now, I'm high on Christian Watson, although he's not been practicing, by the way, which we'll flash the injury report here in a little bit. Chase Claypool, he didn't play great last year, but he's still fairly proven in this league. Those 3 alone, that's better than what Green Bay can offer at receiver. Okay, let's go to running back. Well, we'll take a look at this in a minute. I really like the Bears running back room with Khalil Herbert, Deontay Foreman, and Roschon Johnson. Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, you could lean Green Bay the other way, but I don't think it's a massive difference. I think Green Bay probably gets the edge there. But tight end, that's where it separates. Cole Kmet, Robert Tonyan, Marcedes Lewis, which, by the way, Tonyan and Lewis were the top 2 guys in Green Bay last year. They're now on this side of the rivalry. Huge advantage for the Bears. The 2 Packers tight ends that are going to play mostly, rookies, completely unproven. Bears are better at wide receiver. They're better at tight end. Now, when it comes to the running back position, obviously, Green Bay's more proven there. So I'll give them the edge. Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon. It's one of the better 1-2 punches in the NFL. I think this Bears group could prove to be really good and maybe even better than this, but I'm going to be objective. I would take this pairing over what the Bears currently have, but I do like what the Bears have. But Jones is really good. We know what he brings to the table. Dillon's solid as well, especially in short yardage. So that is what it is. BetUS, the place to go to bet on games all season long. Including this one, chatsports.com/Bears. Use that link to sign up. That supports me. That supports the channel. Use promo code BEARDOWN. That supports you in your pockets because you put down $100. They're going to give you $125 for free. They'll match that deposit bonus up to $500. For example, if you put in $500 when you sign up, you get an additional $600. That's $1,100. It's a great value deal. Go check it out. And listen, I love the Bears being just a 1-point favorite at home. I know they've been on the wrong side of this rivalry for a while, but it's a new era for both Chicago and Green Bay, to be frank. 1-point favorite at home, I think that's really good value for Chicago. Put your money where your mouth is. Chatsports.com/Bears. Promo code is BEARDOWN. Coop, before we get to our 4th bullet point, let's flash the injury reports from Thursday, but we'll talk defensive upgrades first here, and then we'll get to the injury report. And yeah, the defense, it's better than it was last year. It really is. Is it elite? I wouldn't say that, but you're not going to be the worst defense in the league, which you were the second half of last year. You've got 6 new defensive starters, and they're upgrades in most cases. Yannick Ngakoue, that's an upgrade. He's the best pass rusher you have by far. Last year, your defensive line as a whole had 10 sacks. Defense as a whole had 20. Yannick had 9.5. That's an upgrade. DeMarcus Walker, upgrade. He had 7 sacks last year, and he plays the run well. Andrew Billings, he can help stop the run. That's better than Armont Watts. Linebacker, huge upgrades. TJ Edwards, Tremaine Edmonds. Jack Sanborn was your best last year. Now he's your 3rd best at best. And then Tyreek Stevenson, even though he's a rookie, he should be better than who was playing opposite of Jalen Johnson last year. So the defense should be much improved. Now, again, is it going to be a top 5, top 10 unit? Probably not. Top 20, though? Maybe even top 15. I think that's very achievable. I think this defense is built to create takeaways as well, so I'm pretty damn excited. Now, on the injury front, before we get to our next games, these are the Thursday injury reports, full disclosure, so we'll see whatever changes potentially come on Friday, but Friday's really a walkthrough, so this is probably a pretty accurate assessment. Now, Nate Davis, I think he'll play Sunday. He was dealing with a personal issue on Thursday. You know, it's been weird. Hopefully he's out there. Marcedes Lewis got a rest day. He should be good to go. I think Dylan Cole is the one guy who's probably out on Sunday. I expect DeMarcus Walker, Eddie Jackson, and Jaquan Brisker to all play as they were full participants on Thursday. Now, for the Packers, Christian Watson has not practiced on Wednesday or Thursday dealing with that hamstring injury. I think he's probably going to be out. We'll see what happens, but that's where I'm at right now. Romeo Doubs was limited. He's trending in the right direction. I'm guessing he's probably going to play. David Bakhtiari, he's been resting this week, but it sounds like he's going to play. Dontavian Wicks is going to play, it looks like. Rashawn Gary is going to be active, I believe, but on a pitch count, so you can take advantage of that. He's not 100%, and then Anthony Johnson, he should be active as well. Okay, number 4 reason why the Bears must win. Aaron Rodgers is gone. He's not here anymore. I know it ties back to the QB number, or to the first point. You've got the better quarterback. No more of this. It's over. No more tormenting. You don't have to deal with this son of a bitch anymore, okay? I mean, it's painful to look at, but it's over, guys. He's not coming back. The bad man's gone. Have fun in New York, New Jersey, where the hell they play. I mean, it was a tough 15 years watching this SOB, but it's over. It's Jordan freaking Love. You got to beat Jordan Love in his first real start. I know he started a game when Aaron Rodgers had COVID and was blaming Moderna on Pat McAfee's show, but it's over with. Like, you're playing Jordan Love now. You got to beat him, especially in his first start. Look, if you lose to him in Week 18 on the road, that's a different deal. That's a full season by that point. It's Jordan freaking Love. He started 1 game before this. Maybe he turns out to be awesome, but you got to beat him in his first game. Please. Aaron Rodgers is gone. Beat Jordan Love's ass. Unique. Sack him. Let's go. And then the final one is because I fucking say so. That's why the Bears must win. Because Bears fans say so. It's time. I just flashed the damn graphic of Rodgers. He's out of there. It's time to flip the script. You've lost 8 straight, 13 of 14, 24 of 28 in the regular season to Green Bay. Now let me repeat. You've lost 8 straight, 13 of 14, 24 of 28. That doesn't really sound like a rivalry. That's one-sided, man. You got to flip the script. Let me be clear. This is a great rivalry. I'm not saying it's not. But when it's been that one-sided, it gets a little diminished. It does. You gotta change the narrative if you're Chicago. No more. No more. It doesn't mean the Packers can't and won't ever win, but you got to set the tone. You got to beat this team at home in Week 1. Soldier Field is going to be on fire. These players, these coaches, they can't let us down. They've got to deliver on Sunday, because if they don't, can you imagine my reaction? Remember the Washington postgame reaction last year? Imagine that times 20. That's probably what it's going to be, especially if guys like Christian Watson are out. But even if not, you got to win. You got to win. You want to be for real? You want people to take you seriously? Beat the Packers in the first game in the post-Aaron Rodgers era in your own building. You got to win that game. Period. End of story. I expect the Bears to get it done. Now, if you want the Bears to beat the Packers, type FGB in the comments right now. Let's go. Get the FGBs going. Packers Hate Week continues. I cannot wait for Sunday. I'm ready to run through a brick wall. If you can't wait either, subscribe and join us. YouTube.com/BearsNow. Share it with a friend. We're going to be live on Sunday, 2:15 Central Time. Kickoff at 3:25. Let's freaking go. Bear down, FGB. Hope to see you there. Scythe says FGB. Dave says FGB. Sham says FGB. Rowell says FGB. Another Josh, old Bears fan, says FGB. Come on. Let's go. Poll says, don't worry, Harrison, I'll handle this. You better. Because if you don't, I will. FJL. That's exactly right. Christian says FGB. Wasim, Albert, Chris, Speed Shadow. Hey, Harrison, did you see the Packers release Travarius Moore? I've not seen that, but interesting. Preach on, Harrison. Come on, man. You got to win. You got to win. This is our thumbnail for the watch party on Sunday. We want to see you there live on Sunday, 2:15 Central Time. To get there, hour and 10 pregame. Rowley and I will be live. We're going to launch our year-long Hall of Fame. We had the Justin Fields Boot Hall of Fame. Now we got an even better item. It's going to be awesome. Don't miss out. Justin Fields, Jordan Love, Bears, Packers, Soldier Field. Time to flip the script on this rivalry, so do not miss out. And final mention of this as well, potential Bears Now memberships that we're thinking about launching. Silver tier, you'd get some early access to at least one video per week. Weekly newsletter, I'll write up about the game, some other tidbits, maybe my betting picks of the week, whatever the case may be, NFL news that I'm interested in writing about. I enjoy writing, so that would be on the community tab for members only. Monthly Bears Now Zoom happy hours. I would love to find a time to chit-chat with all of you, so we would do that once a month, pick a day, and chop it up. Bears, NFL life, whatever you want to talk about. You'd stand out in the comments with a membership badge. You would also have access to custom emojis. We'd cook up a couple different ones, an FGB one, a bear down one, maybe a smoking J one. We'd have some fun with that. And you'd be recognized as a member on our channel homepage, so that'd be pretty cool. And then if you're a gold member, which is $10.99, which would be $10.99 a month, weekly Bears film studies. Would probably focus on Justin Fields film studies, at least at first. Then maybe we'd mix it up, do different players, or do, Luke Getsy's offense as a whole, Alan Williams' defense, whatever the case may be. We would have some fun with that. And the reason it jumps up to $10.99 is film studies. A, you can't put ads in them, and because NFL claims it, and B, it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work for me to do it. So that is why on that. And again, I put my Twitter and Instagram in the chat. DM me at HGramNFL. If you're interested in one of the tiers, just say, hey, it's Wasim. I'm interested in gold or silver or whatever. Would love to get a rough head count before we launch. That way, we feel like it's worth it. We got enough people interested. Okay, let's get the FGBs going before we sign off. FGB. 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 Oh, I don't know if we did hit this one. Did we hit this one, Robert? He says, hey, Harrison, bear down. Yeah, I think we hit it, but we'll hit it again. Shout out, Robert. By the way, we're now 30 away from 200. So if someone sent in a 20 and someone else sent in a 10, we'd be there. And I would do a beer bong to hit the road. Up to you guys. I'll throw a shot clock on. Little 2-minute shotty. 2 minutes.
Let's do it.
2 minutes.
Dos.
Minutos. I'll get some FGB shout-outs in the meantime. Wasim, Robert, Jerome, Scythe, Caleb, David, Josue, Alex, Jeremiah, Chef, Old Bears fan. We got Larry in the chat as well. Chef, Jeff, King Towers, Wasim, Busy Womack, Markel, Gregory. 30 seconds gone. We got King Towers in there. Jeffrey Gant saying FGB. F. Matt LaFleur, nice. Lurder, we got the Gabo. We got Caleb. Let's go, baby. I can't wait for Sunday. Can't wait for Sunday.
Football's back.
We're so back.
Football's back.
We're so back. Another Josh says FGB. 1 minute gone. 1 minute. Oh, man. Y'all going to B-dubs tonight for a little Lions?
We will hit the local watering hole, also known as Buffalo Wild Wings.
That's my favorite hole in the wall here in the great city of Dallas, Texas.
Look, you just can't beat half-price wings, and good beer, good friends.
It's one of those places, too, like, you almost appreciate the shitty service because you're like, this is just part of the experience.
Absolutely. If the service doesn't suck, I don't want to be there.
2.0 says, I'll be at the game. That's dope, man. Start an FGB chant. FGB. FGB. All right, 20 seconds. Last call. If we don't get there, it saves my liver, so it's all good. And that's one more I can do on Sunday.
2:15 Central, live on Sunday.
Let's go.
Be sure to join. I believe it'll be Harrison and Mr. Nick Rowley.
Yep, Rowley will be here.
It won't be me.
If this is what you see, you're at the right place. This thumbnail right there. You click that video, we'll be live. Live at 2:15, so the live chat will probably open at 1, 12:30, something like that. You guys can get in there and get fired up early. It's going to be fun, man.
I'm pumped.
It's going to be fun. Week 1 of the NFL is just like, you walk in and you're just like...
You're juiced.
Well, and it's like NFL, unlike other professional sports and even like college football too, like the one thing I'll say about it is, I won't say all 32, but about 27 teams are like, we have a chance.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the Bears were definitely one of those. Last year, they were probably one of the 4 or 5 that did not have a chance.
No doubt.
But this year, there's a chance. There's a chance. So, All right, guys, that's gonna do it. Round of applause to Coop for filling in.
Love hanging out with the Bears Kingdom.
Maybe
Bears
Coop will
Nation.
he's got a game at noon, so maybe he'll make a quick appearance.
I would love to
during the game or something, because he'll be done at some point.
FGB, Bears gonna go get this dub.
Let's go. Bear down, baby. We're signing off. I'm Harrison Graham. He's Jeffrey Cooperstein. Hit that sub button. We'll have videos leading you up to Sunday, and then join us live Sunday, 2:15 Central Time, for pregame of Bears versus